Welcome to Grey County Life. I'm JC Coutts.
I'm Sarah Carmichael. Joining us on the show today, we've got Greg and Stacy from Alexandra Community School to talk about an upcoming powwow as well as other activities happening at the school. Also, Lacey Mooney will be here to talk about the Roxy and what's happening there. Plus, of course, Renee from the Owen Animal Shelter will be in to introduce us to an animal that is looking for a forever home.
I have aged since the last time you saw me.
You did. You had a birthday.
I had a birthday back at the end of May, and this could not have been more poetic. On the morning of my birthday, which happened to be a Monday morning, I am walking, or attempting to walk, from my car to the building because the night before I had the worst sleep on my mattress, and my back hurt so much that I woke up and looked like I had turned 80 overnight.
Oh my God.
Not 41. And I'm very slowly making my way to the building. Well, a colleague who is older than me is holding the door, laughing hysterically.
After he jogged past you?
After he jogged past me, going, "Wow, old man, you should be moving a bit faster than that. Should we get you some Robaxacet for your birthday?"
Oh my God, you were and orthotics,
yeah.
Please.
I need the white New Balance shoes. That is the dad shoe I've heard so much about, but have yet to purchase a pair.
Jean shorts.
Oh yeah, the jorts.
Oh my goodness. So have you recovered? Did you burn your mattress? Like what happened?
Not yet.
Okay.
I slept on a different mattress the following night, and I seem to be much better again. So I was just initially worried, like, oh, is this every year from here on out?
We just get increasingly worse.
Just wake up in pain.
Yeah.
Like, no thanks.
You might want to go see a chiropractor.
That's what my wife said too. And
silly wife.
Maybe I'll eat
a
salad or something too. That might help as well. So you just as you get older, as I'm finding, and my lesson of the day is sometimes it's good to take a closer look at the things and maybe make a few changes so that you can have a few more birthdays instead of a few less.
Well, I recommend the chiropractor.
Yeah.
I go every 2 weeks because of my back when walking my dogs. I get jostled around a lot and they pull. So I'm pretty sure, like, my chiropractor said, like, I go in and you would think I do physical labor, like, for a job, like, every day, because my back is always so, like, wonky and my shoulders are, like, and it's from my dogs pulling on the leash when I walk them. Yeah. So he's like, "Have you been doing a lot of heavy lifting?" I was like, "No, just walking my 90-pound dogs." And he's like, "That'll do it. That'll do it."
Technically, some heavy things have pulled me more than anything.
Yeah. But anyway, it's definitely a big help. So it's something I would suggest. But yes, definitely a sign of aging is me needing the chiropractor every 2 weeks because otherwise I can barely function. But it's funny. I mean, I'm lucky to age. I know we are. Not everyone gets that. Not everyone gets the opportunity to get older, and so it is something that we should be appreciating. But some days, you just wake up and everything hurts because of how you slept, and you're like, I guess this is just what happens now.
And the other thing that bugged me was, like, I'm in this much pain, and I'm still years away from even enjoying a senior discount. Like, I got a long way to go before I get that benefit.
Or for it being acceptable for you to eat dinner at 4:30.
Right.
The early bird special.
Yeah.
But your birthday was good, though, other than the back pain?
Other than the back pain, it was great. It was a perfect day, great cake, great family time. I guess the only other complaint would be, because it was my birthday, we were just going to do like a little family barbecue. And the one thing I have not purchased in a long time was strip loin steaks.
Okay.
And I thought, you know what, it's my birthday. I know that strip loins are very expensive, but I'm going to go and buy 5 strip loins because it's my birthday and I'm feeding the family, and that's what we're doing. I won't say how much it cost, but
you might not be making your next car payment.
That's a possibility. It's a distinct possibility. It was, for 5 steaks, was a number I didn't think would show up on the cash. We both had sticker shock when they printed the thing at the deli counter, but it's a treat. It's a birthday treat, and
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself on your birthday.
Absolutely.
So,
that made me think of the show Parks and Rec. Did you watch Parks and Rec?
That's a great show.
Oh my gosh. I need to watch it again. They took it from Netflix.
Oh no.
It's not there anymore.
Huh.
And I need to find a streaming platform that has it because I need to watch it again. But every time I think about treat yourself, I think of treat yourself, like, and they do it like once a year, and they just go out and anyway. So that's good. I'm glad you enjoyed your birthday. Not much has been going on with me, just working.
Yeah.
Working as per usual. My little sister celebrated her birthday.
Oh.
So
Happy birthday to her.
Little sister is now 34. My baby sister.
Probably hates the term little sister too.
No. That's what she saved on in my phone.
Oh.
I call her
little sis.
She's little sister in my phone. It's not an offensive term.
No.
I could call her way worse.
My brother
She's
doesn't
my sister.
My younger brother does not like being called my little brother.
Really?
No.
Oh,
and I think he is taller than me.
I was about to say it's probably because he's taller than you.
He's bigger than me. He could take me very easily.
What do you have your wife saved as in your phone? Her first name, or is it wife, or is it the Mrs.?
It is just her first name and her first name and last name. Yeah, that's it.
That's what I have Ryan saved as.
I don't have any funny names for anybody in my phone at all.
No.
And then I just, because I know I'll probably forget at some point. If you're someone that just gives everyone a nickname and you forget, can you imagine looking through and go, all right.
Who's brown shirt guy?
Who's Big Dom? I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, I just have Ryan is first and last name. That's it. But that's my younger sister is little sister. I have my brother just as brother because I only have one. So just
narrows it down.
But then my older sister is her first and last name. Doesn't say older sister, big sister. It just says her first and last name. But oh my goodness, yeah, that would be a good topic of conversation around the dinner table one night, or if you're out with friends, like. What are your significant others saved as? I mean, it could also cause some fights, I suppose.
Probably could be
depending on what they're saved as. Oh my goodness.
Well, a busy show today. We've got lots of guests coming by. We're going to, of course, be joined by Renee from the Owen Sound Animal Shelter, another animal looking for a forever home. That'll be coming up at the end of the episode. Lacey from the Roxy Theatre is here to talk about the Young Company. They're getting set for the Addams Family this week. We'll learn about that, plus the Star Company getting ready to do their talent show. And Alexander Community School. They've got a lot going on as they gear up for the end of the school year, including hosting a traditional Indigenous Peoples Day event. We're going to learn more about all of that coming up on this week's episode of Grey County Life. Stay tuned.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Bless you.
Today, I helped a parent feed their family by connecting them to a food program.
Today, I helped someone connect with mental health supports.
Today, I helped a couple struggling to pay their bills access financial aid.
Every day, 211 navigators connect Canadians to critical government and community programs and services.
211. Help starts here.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Welcome back to Grey County Life. The month of June is already an exciting time at schools because it is the last month before the kids get out for their summer vacation. We're joined now by the admin team from Alexander Community School here in Owen Sound to talk about not only the school year and how it's gone, but also to talk about a special event that's coming up on Indigenous Peoples Day on Friday, June 21st. Joining us, we have the admin team, Stacey Mark and Greg Fullerton. Hi guys, thanks for being here.
Awesome, thanks for having us.
On a school day, no less. So we've taken you away from very busy schedules. And I know in the life of a teacher, this is the tough time. It's reporting time. You're getting ready for the end of the year. I know that you've probably got it counted down to the minute of how many minutes are left before it's done. It's been a good year.
It's been a great year.
That's great.
Lots of exciting things happening at Alex.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of those things that have been happening. We should start, though, with the big event that's coming up on June 21st. So June 21st, this marks National Indigenous Peoples Day across Canada. Alexander Community School is going to be hosting a special event that day from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. in the afternoon. You're hosting a traditional powwow, and you're going to have traditional dancers, you're going to have crafts, all kinds of Indigenous presentations are going to be there that day. Let's talk about the event and how important it is to host for the school.
So at the beginning of this year, one of our Indigenous parents came to the school and just talked about the idea of having a powwow at our school. As a school, we've been working for the past 6 years at least on teaching our students their character education through the grandfather teachings. So every month, we highlight one particular teaching, such as wisdom, humility, and talk about the Indigenous connections and roots, because we are all treaty people. And we help our students to understand that every single day through the character education. And not only do we celebrate Every Child Matters on October 30th, or on September 30th, sorry, for Orange Shirt Day, but every 30th of the month, we also wear orange shirts. Just to ensure that our students recognize none of these events are one-offs. We want to immerse ourselves in the Indigenous culture because, again, we are treaty people. 11% of our school is Indigenous, self-identified. So we have a high population. And this year, the only school that is having a powwow is ours.
Wow.
Yeah. And that stems, as Mrs. Mark said, for years of focusing on truth and reconciliation in our curriculum, in the classroom, our extracurricular activities, our character education. That's been something consistent. So this, again, as she said, this is not a one-off. This is something that has deep roots in our school community and with our staff, and most importantly, with our students.
So we are partnering with Saugeen, and we are hoping to host a fashion show that will highlight different regalia and have models from Saugeen who come and actually talk about their various regalia and what it means. We've actually last Friday had a company in from down south called Tribal Visions, Prologue Arts, and they taught the whole school various powwow dances and explained their regalia. And the school was so thrilled.
Man. The students are the most excited group for this event, and having our guests prove that. There's a lot of inquiry coming from them. They want to know what happens at a powwow, how they can help, and students are taking a really active role preparing. Grade 7, which is the grade I teach this year, for example, is picking cedar June 20th, the day before, to get ready. And we have an experiential learning project, learning on the land, that a teacher in our school, teachers at our school, Keegan Elmore and Amber Stevens and I are collaborating on to prepare for the event as well. So it's an everyday thing.
In addition, we are trying to bring in the sacred teachings. So while the classes will be picking cedar, they'll also be leaving tobacco as a thank you to the trees for giving us their cedar. We're trying to make it as authentic as possible. So we do have Lester Anaquat coming in, and he will be doing authentic storytelling. We have head dancers who are coming in to lead each of the dances. The Chippewa Travelers are made up of a variety of different First Nations, and they are a huge drumming group, very popular. So we're really excited to having secured them to come to our event here in Owen Sound, because they are pretty nationally known. So it's exciting. We're really excited about it.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I understand. Well, I know the curriculum, obviously, what it's taught has changed dramatically from when Sarah and I were going through the school system as students to what it is now. But it's good to hear that there's such a focus that's put on this area, because we are neighbors. We are so close to the Saugeen First Nation. A school percent that's over 10%, over 1 in 10 students are a member of that. So of course the focus should be put on that. Would you say that Alexander is kind of a leader in educators in this area in terms of the programming that they're offering?
I think just because we've focused on the grandfather teachings for so long, I think now it's a wonderful thing. I think board-wide, our board is really focusing a lot on Indigenous knowledge and teaching, which is wonderful. I feel like we're slightly ahead of that curve, to be honest with you. But speaking of the curriculum, that's what's so important about an event like this. It's going beyond the curriculum. Anybody can just say, oh, this is the curriculum, or here it is. We're, giving our children the authentic experiences that really lead to genuine truth and reconciliation. We're not just talking about it, we're doing the things.
Like, as a school board, we are working for inclusion and diversity all across the board. I'm sure you've heard about that. But as Greg says, I think that we are really trying to be at the grassroots and really help our students to understand what it means to be treaty people and what it means to know more about the Indigenous culture. One thing we've learned a lot about this year as our school has become more diverse is that in order to actually really know and be inclusive, you have to understand. You have to understand the culture of different people. You have to understand where they're coming from. And you have to understand where you're coming from, because we're all so diverse. It just helps us to be truly inclusive and accepting of all.
Now, in terms of the events that day on Friday, June 21st, it's going to run from 2 to 6 in the afternoon. Obviously, Alexander students will have access to it, being that it's going to be right there, but it's open to the public otherwise? It
is open to the public. So we actually have a lot of community partners. Bruce Power has helped to fund the event monetarily, but they're also bringing an innovative booth for some interactive activities. Mowaquadon is a proud supporter and has financially helped as well, and they'll be offering some beading activities. We have lots of vendors, as you mentioned, to show and offer different products that would be available. And we have a lot of information booths from various community organizations. So our hope is to really get the community to come out to see what's offered in our area and to really get to know their neighbors more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have such a nice neighborhood surrounding the school, so I would imagine that you would have a number of families from that, couple of block radius hopping over. And of course, your students are so enthusiastic. I mean, I've met with a couple of your students over the years from different events, and they're always just so excited to be a part of things. And so I really feel like they'll all probably make their families, like they'll be inviting everyone in their family's going to be there. Yeah, they're going to be grandma and grandpa, aunts and uncles, everybody's going to be invited.
We are truly a community school. I know that a lot of schools are technically community schools, but our community is there. I'm really proud of our families when we have events. They always support them. And as you say, grandma, grandpa, cousins. And so again, I know you've been to our events before, but they're always well attended. And I think the powwow in particular has a lot of buzz with our students, certainly, and their families. So we're really looking forward to seeing everyone there.
Yeah.
Is there any cost for people that are looking to attend, or is it all free?
It's all free.
Perfect.
CMHA is also coming to introduce their brand new puppet shows that feature the grandfather teaching spirit animals. So and we have a firekeeper don't want to leave anybody out. I mean, we're sharing, but there's so much excitement, and yes, it's all free. Food trucks will be available. Obviously, that's not free for any, but if people want to come and grab a bite to eat, that'll be available as well.
All right. Anything else we need to know about the powwow day coming up on June 21st?
Just everyone is welcome. You know, it's not just a school event. It's not just for the community. It's for everyone. So don't be afraid to come on out. And the grand entry is at 2:15.
Okay. Yes, it is.
So, you know, get there early and feel free to stay the whole time, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on, I'll ask you about the shirts that you're wearing now for Walk for Courage. This is another event that's coming up.
Yeah, that's going to be July 20th. So Greg Courage, he's retired now, but he was an extremely respected, extremely well-liked member of our school community. His family runs the Walk for Courage. July 20th, it is going to be CMHA's major fundraiser this year because their Ride Don't Hide is on hiatus. So every Wednesday at our school, we wear these shirts and to support Greg, and that event this year is really going to need the public support. And again, beyond our school community, because it's such an important fundraiser for CMHA. And CMHA supports, you know, not only our powwow, which is great with the new puppet show, but they're in all the time supporting us. And they're, again, a really valuable member of our community, and we can give back by attending the Walk for Courage on July 20th. And registration for that is open online right now. It's just such an important piece of our community and our school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And mental health in the school community right now is
it affects
tremendous.
Everyone. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I keep reading stories and hearing stories about what it's like to be a kid these days compared to when we were kids, and I don't know how they do it. It's insane what they have to go through. So it's so good to know that we have the funding, we have the programming that CMHA can get into Alexandra, can get into the other schools in the community, offer programming, offer a chance to talk and to listen. So and they're there quite a bit.
They are, and they provide students with tools to actually be resilient and persevere and try to manage their struggles. Because at the end of the day, we all know we have mental health. It's who we are. It's about how we navigate the highs and lows. So the fact that they do come in and teach those really important skills is invaluable to us.
Amazing. Now, I know another project that you've been working on is your accessible playground, because you've been doing some fundraising. So what is that? Like, what does that look like as far as like the layout, or what's the plan for that?
So the layout is still a little up in the air.
Okay.
What we have, one of my teachers, Haley Blundell, who you mentioned also spearheads the food drives each year, 2 a year. She came to me this fall, and for her annual learning plan said, you know, I'd really like us to have an accessible playground. We have so many students in our school community, because our school is a community park after hours, who can't access any of the equipment that we have, whether they be in wheelchairs or have other disabilities. They could use equipment that they can access, that's safe for them and is usable. So we started the project. In contact with our plant, I was told they won't even start to consider a layout until we have $25,000 saved.
Okay.
Because any piece of equipment is extremely expensive. Like probably what we have would be close to $100,000 now, but because of all the steps, and that's where it's inaccessible, right? A student in a wheelchair would find it difficult to climb up steps or climb up a rope. So we don't have any swings, we don't have anything that is lower ground level. It's all pea gravel. So we are really looking for something that all students would have access to in some way. So we started this year. We've had a bake sale and a yard sale, and any proceeds from our fundraising efforts as parent council have gone towards the playground. So we're up to $6,000. So that's exciting.
That's a good start.
It is a great start.
Yeah, I've seen a few accessible playgrounds. I think there's one in Southampton that that does have the ramp. And I was looking the other day when I was there with my nieces and nephew, going, that is so cool that they have this here. And if you're in a wheelchair, or even if you're in the stroller, you can take the kid up to the top of the play structure, and they have the time of their life up there.
Absolutely. I believe Rotary did
Rotary
really
Park.
help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Southampton. So that's definitely the look that we're going towards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll take us a few years.
It's sad that all schools go through this, where they have to raise for playgrounds, whether it's accessible or just a regular playground. All of these new schools, that's the first thing that parent-teacher groups usually take on as a challenge, is like, we need a playground, and it's probably going to take us 2 to 3 to 5 years to get there. But if people are watching this right now, and maybe in the past they've had kids that have gone to Alexandra, and they're like, you know what, I can help out. Can they just give you a call and make a donation? Is it that simple?
Absolutely, it is that simple, and charitable receipts are available. We just have to go through the Blue Water Board. They provide us with the money after they present the receipt. It's simple.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right, we've got a few minutes left before we have to let you go for today.
Back to school.
Back to school.
Back to school.
Of course, for a few more weeks. Obviously, it's been an exciting school year. Things are starting to get a lot better now that we've gone back to normalcy for schools.
For sure.
We're past pandemics, we're past job action, we're past all of that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So this past year, and I know this is a tough question, but any students or staff to shout out, any initiatives in the past year that you're really proud of, that deserve a little recognition?
We are so proud of so many things that have happened. We've already mentioned Haley Blundell and just spearheading those 2 major events and the accessible playground.
Right.
Amber Stevens actually doing several on the land projects and a cooking club. So many of our students are learning how to cook,
Oh, you should sign up.
nutritious, make
could maybe
themselves
teach him.
nutritious meals and snacks. All of the things, Greg.
Yeah, I just think one thing I see at our school, because I've been teaching there for a while, is the pride is always there, with the parents and the students, and every year it just gets a little bit better, and they're starting to see themselves not just as students at our school, but members of the community, of the local community. So events again like the powwow, these projects that Mrs. Mark is talking about, fundraising for the accessible playground, they're not necessarily student-led, but the student involvement and the student effort is really high. So it gives them a sense of the ownership there. And a lot of our parent council actually went to Alexandra.
Yes.
Right.
And we have these returning families all the time. There's just something about it where it's more than a school. It really is. I know that's a bit of a cliche, but it is. It's a community. It's the heart of that local community. And, we can shout out the whole community, really. We really can.
We can. And really, none of the events that happen at the school, after hours, during hours, before school, on the weekends, would happen without the staff.
Right.
Like, the staff are amazing. They volunteer their time. They make things happen. Thank you very much.
Here are 3 reasons why your social strategies should include Rogers TV. Reason number 1 is we have hyper-local audiences. The community TV channel gives you a chance to engage with people where you live, so you really get to know your neighbors and they get to know you. Reason number 2 is we can help diversify your distribution. With social media, it's really important to be able to have a wider audience, and Rogers TV can actually help complement your online presence by delivering to a different audience. And it's actually really easy to repurpose your existing content or to just create new material specifically tailored for community TV. And finally, reason number 3 is we can help enhance your credibility and your trust. And by aligning your brand with Rogers TV, you can tap into that trust that viewers have. This can boost your reputation, especially among viewers who favor local businesses and value community involvement. 1, 2, 3. It's that easy to build your local audience with Rogers TV.
welcome back to Great County Life. Joining us in studio to talk about everything going on at the Roxy, we've got Lacey Mooney. Hi, Lacey.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. We're happy to have you. Now, I know you're a busy gal, so we appreciate you making some time to come in. Something Rotten just wrapped up. Yeah. What a huge success.
It was. It was a lot of fun. Anybody who has seen it just said they were, left smiling, dancing, just a goofy, stupid show. But we sometimes need that.
That was the
right?
point, yeah.
That was the point. It was really fun for me. I've never played a character quite like that. I got to be this crazy, just did kind of what I wanted, and the director let me, thankfully. So it was a lot of fun, and we won some awards from Western Ontario Drama League. Yeah. We were nominated for 14, which I think is like a record. Wow. And came home with 3, so including wardrobe. So if you've seen the show, they made over 100 pieces for that show.
Yeah, we had Kathleen and Bill on the show before it started, and they were saying that the wardrobe department had been working on this for like a year.
Oh yeah, they started last in August, I believe, and they went to Value Village and got fabric. So it was curtains, whatever they could find, tablecloths, and they made these beautiful costume pieces out of it. It was incredible.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's Kathy Tilley and who else?
Kathy Tilley and her sisters actually.
Oh, really?
Val Underwood and Ann Thompson. So the three of them, the Three Musketeers. They worked a lot. There was also Karen Giberson. She was on wardrobe. I hope I'm not missing anybody. It was such a big team because they had so much to do.
Right.
So they just worked away. They had a little shop upstairs and just worked for months and months. And that's sometimes the things you miss when you go and see a show. You are enamored with the people on stage and you don't even think what went into this behind the set, right? So these people definitely need a huge shout out for all that they do.
Right, and Karen's son James was one of the stars.
He was,
He was so
he was
good.
One of the leads,
I love the tight knit, of the Roxy, right? Like so many people are involved in so many different productions over the course of the year that everybody just becomes like a little family.
Well, because you see them more than your family. Yeah. Rehearsals are generally 4 nights a week. So people are coming right after work and they become your family. So JC, we were in Cuckoo's Nest together. Yep. So I saw you more than my family, right? Because you're practicing a lot. And then when the shows are on, 4 nights a week for shows, so it becomes your life, and then you have to say goodbye. And that's always hard, but I always just move on to the next one, so I'm not too sad.
Right, and I mean, you've been busy with the next one because that is actually starting this Saturday, which is the Addams Family.
The Addams Family, yes.
So tell us a bit about this
one.
So
it's part of our Roxy Young Company offerings. So every spring we do a production. So the whole cast is all youth. So the youngest is 11, the oldest is 18. There's 22 of them. And we also have youth, an assistant stage manager, doing sound, a light operator, set painters, all youth. So the idea is to bring them into the theater, give them that experience. And now we've started to see some of these kids are now in the adult productions, right? They're kind of growing up and growing through. So Addams Family, we've been rehearsing since January, and they rehearse twice a week. And it is a lot of fun. It's amazing. These kids are so talented, and so many of them want this outlet to express themselves, and they don't get the chance. Yeah. So it's so nice to be able to offer this for them. So it's been fun.
Let them catch the acting bug nice and young.
Yeah, exactly.
So how many performances of the Addams Family will there be?
So there's actually 11 in total. Okay. They do 6 performances for schools. So they invite schools to come in. And these tickets are harder to get than Taylor Swift, I swear. So they send out a notice to all the schools. And I think this year within 4 hours, we had filled 6 school shows, and there was a wait list. So that just shows that, one, schools are looking for something to come and do, but also to support, especially to support the kids from their schools, which is amazing. And then we have 5 public performances. So on June 8th, there is a matinee and an evening show. And then the following week, we do an evening show on the 14th and 2 shows on the 15th. So lots of opportunity for people to see it. Yeah.
And are the tickets for the general shows a little tougher to get as well, or because you get a lot of grandparents wanting to go?
We do. Yeah. Owen's sound is notorious for being last minute. Yes. I swear. So right now I'm panicking. I'm going, what is with these tickets? Yeah. But then we will have people lined up at the box office the night up. So get them early so that I don't have a heart attack and that you have them. You don't have to wait in a line.
It's very true. Me being someone born and raised in Owen Sound, I bought my Something Rotten tickets like an hour before the show. Like, I was like, let's go,
we
sure.
don't like people
I know.
that.
I'm sorry, but it was sort of one of those things that I finally convinced my boyfriend to go with me, and I was like, we're going right now before you change your mind.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's literally, I'm 100% part of the problem.
You are. So let's get a solution. Get your tickets now.
Right.
Get them soon. They do well in the past. So we've done Willy Wonka and Matilda, and both of those, Matilda was a sellout, all of the shows, and Willy Wonka was really close to it, just a couple here and there. So we're anticipating that it's going to do well. It's definitely not one for like little kids, just because of the dark kind of content, but it is only an hour. So that's nice for families, for kids. They're not sitting through a 2-hour show. Yeah. And they've taken out all the really heavy adult bits to make it more kid-friendly, which is good. Right. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, if you know of the Addams Family, then it's a great show to see.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a real resurgence for the Addams Family since Wednesday.
Yes.
Of course, with Jenna Ortega came out on Netflix. And I think it's really like ignited more interest in that whole storyline.
It has. I've been trying to find merch to sell. Yeah. And it's all just Wednesday. And I said, well, what about the rest of them? But that show is huge. So it's definitely become a big thing. And we found out at the same time, Port Elgin, the school in Saugeen, they're doing Addams Family too. So at first we go, oh no, are we competition? I said, no, this is great, because it just means that, one, it's a good show, that two groups want to do it. And it gives us a chance. We can go support them. They can come support us. And we're all in this together in this theater world. So
absolutely.
So Addams Family, we've got that opening at the Roxy this Saturday. The other thing that you're gearing up for now, because you're also a member of the Roxy Star Company, you run that program as well. What is the Star Company for anyone that hasn't heard of it before?
Yeah, so the Star Company is a program for adults with disabilities. And we started this last year, and it is just the most heartwarming, joyful thing. I mean, I love working with the kids, but there's just something special about this group. So we get together once a week, and they are rehearsing for a talent show. And there's 21 of them this year, and we have singers and dancers. There is a rhythmic gymnastics routine, a monologue. Last year we had a monologue by one of the participants, Graham Dickey, and he got to swear. And it was the best thing of his life. And all of them this year said, well, can we swear this time? No, maybe we'll just keep it, a little G-rated. But there's lots of fun, and I have never seen an audience so happy. People were on their feet dancing, laughing. There were tears. I was crying. Yeah. It's just so emotional, and it's so powerful to say, here they are. They can do what everyone else can do. Just give them a chance. Yeah. So it's a beautiful program, and the show is called The Sound of Stars. So it's kind of themed around Sound of Music, and just a beautiful, fun night. So it's a one night only. So and that one is selling very fast. Those people are not like you. They're on it. So make sure you get your tickets fast.
Well, I would imagine, it's really special. I mean, not only for the performers, but for their families. To see them have the spotlight.
Yes.
Like, that's got to get them right in their feels.
There was one last year that he sang, and a beautiful singer, and his parents came to us after and said, we didn't know he could sing.
Wow.
He had never sang in front of them, yet here he was singing in front of 300 plus people. No fear, I'm fine. And so now he's sang at the Attack Games. He's done a lot of things. So it's just, giving them that little boost, that little step, and a chance, right? We all just need a chance sometimes. So.
I love that.
Yeah.
Man, you've got to be busy with working with the kids and working with the adults, but then you must have a full heart all the time, right? Just getting to do this must be an amazing thing.
Yes, and right now is busy with the two shows, but just seeing their joy and that kind of resets you. If you're feeling stressed or you're feeling upset, you just go, but look at the good we're doing. We're bringing joy to their lives and joy to the audience, right? There's a lot of lives that are impacted in these programs. So that's why we keep doing it.
Yeah. Did they do a show around Christmas time? before, and like the cops showed up, wasn't like on stage, wasn't that something?
Oh,
Wasn't there
not
one?
with us, but
No, well, it's something at the Roxy though.
Yeah.
I remember going to it because it was like with the Reach Center.
Oh yes.
And there was like they were doing like some sort of like a Christmas event, I believe, and then the police showed up, but like on stage with them, like not like to arrest anybody.
Yeah, that's good.
It was to like join in the caroling or something like that.
Well, yes, because I know Reach Center, they do carols on stage, which is awesome. And so part of the proceeds from this show go to Reach Center Grey Bruce as well as Community Living Grey Bruce. So that's kind of our point, is not to make money off of this. This is to share and to really collaborate with other groups. And last year when we collaborated with Community Living, they actually started an arts fund for people who can't access these programs, so then it gives them a chance. So doing good work all around. It's a really positive thing.
Yeah, well, the Roxy's just such a community hub, right?
Yes.
There's so many different things going on between, you know, productions and concerts, and there was just like a kids comedy hypnotist guy or something was just there, and it's just such a busy place. Now, I know coming up for the summer, there's going to be some camps offered.
Yes, we have summer camps, and this year we're expanding them because in the past we had 30 kids in each camp, and wait lists so long, and it was just too much. So we're doing 5 camps this year.
Wow.
1 week camps for the younger age, and then the teens will have a 2-week camp where they put on a full production. So they're doing Legally Blonde Junior, so that'll be a lot of fun. But they're busy, and we're hoping by kind of creating smaller age groups that it's just more enticing for them. It's hard for a 7-year-old and a 13-year-old to hang out. They don't always want to hang out. Well, the 13-year-old doesn't want to hang out with the 7.
The 7-year-old wants to hang out.
Pumped, they're ready. So hopefully we're just going to try this and see how it works. But 5 of them, so it's really exciting. And Grace McRae, who is the director of Adam's Family, she leads the camps. So she's fantastic, and we're looking forward. I think already we have 90 kids signed up for the camps, and so
so that's filling up fast.
Yes. Yeah. Don't wait on those. Any of the Young Company stuff, if people are interested, go fast, because we can't guarantee, and we're not taking 30 again. That was just too many. So
It's like herding cats.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I love cats, but no,
and kids.
I don't want 30 of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else coming up at the Roxy we should know about?
Well, I will talk a little bit about Act 1 and Act 2. So those are our Young Company classes, and they are now on sale, so they are open. We do once a week, and Act 1 is all about the performing side. So the kids will put on a show, like a little play in December. And then Act 2, which isn't quite on sale yet, it'll focus on all things theater. So through a series of workshops, they get to see the lighting booth, they get to do a little bit of tech, costumes, anything you can think of, hair, makeup, and it's just to give them, because not all kids are performers, and we recognize that, and we need those backstage people. We need those costume makers that are making 100 costumes, right?
Yeah.
So it's really important that we acknowledge that not everybody's a performer, but there is a place in theater for them. So we do those classes as well. So Act 1 and Act 2.
Absolutely. I took musical theater when I was in high school.
Nice.
And it was the same idea, was that everybody, you know, had different roles.
Yep.
So it was really a great learning experience to have that, because not everyone's comfortable being on stage in front of everybody.
Yes.
Like some of them are behind the scenes doing the tech stuff. Like I was the promotions person. So I was selling the tickets and making the posters and stuff like that, because I'm like, I'm not a singer, I'm not a dancer. Those are not my strengths.
Well, and I think it's really important as an actor. Early on, I did those backstage roles because you become a better human for it, you become a better actor for it.
Right.
There's an appreciation of everyone backstage, and that it's not all about you. I mean, actors get that final bow after every show, right? But what do the backstage get? So sometimes it's a, thank you for all the hard work you've done. And I think you don't always recognize that until you're in those shoes and you're the one promoting, until you're the one doing costumes. Then you really realize everybody's working really hard.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity for them to get a full rounded experience.
Absolutely, yeah.
And what's the age range for the Act 1 and Act 2 program?
So we start at age 7. So there's a group for age 7 to 9. Then there's a group for 10 to 12. And then 13 to 17 is the last group.
Perfect. And you said Act 1, you can register, but Act 2, not quite
Correct.
yet.
Yes. Okay. We decided we're just going to hold off. So we're going to do Act 1 first, so people can find that on the website.
Perfect. RoxyTheater.ca.
That's the one.
And then, of course, we should probably talk about just becoming a member of the Roxy.
Yeah.
Because that's always something that is beneficial.
Yeah, we need them.
Yeah.
We need members.
We need them.
Yes. So adult membership, it is $20. That lasts a year, and that is if you want to be hands-on. So whether you want to be on stage or helping in those backstage roles, but there's also ushers. They're all volunteer. When you go to professional theaters, all those people are paid.
Yeah.
And not here. It's all volunteer. It's people who love the theater. So we look for members to do any sort of thing. And it might not be something you know how to do, but we train. So just anytime you can find membership info on the website, but you can also come down and just talk to box office, or I'm usually there. You can chat with me or anybody there about how to be a member. But don't be scared. Don't think you have to go on stage. We will encourage it, but there's so many things and so many opportunities.
Yeah, and that's a good way to get comfortable there. So like, let's say I've thought about, being in a production, but I'm not necessarily there yet with the confidence, but becoming, an usher or helping bartending or something at an event, just to get comfortable in the space, comfortable with the people. Yeah. I think that can really help maybe nurture a little bit of the experience.
It's such a close-knit group, and I think that sometimes scares people because they feel like they're entering into a clique, right? And we don't want that. So if you come get involved, then you quickly become part of the group, right? And it's just finding what you're interested in and what you might want to try. Yeah. But just making that first step is sometimes the hardest, to step in the door, but we're there, we're friendly. Yeah. We don't bite.
Well, I mean, you've been in 2 productions now?
2 now, and just watching for the next audition. Yes. I know that there was just auditions for the prom. I think it's going to be the first one of the fall.
Yes. So the prom audition, so that's been cast.
Are you in that one?
I can't speak on that.
Oh, we haven't officially announced the casting.
I can't speak on
Secret.
that yet.
Okay.
It's top
but
secret.
Maybe.
I saw the audition notice for that one, and it said, "Come with a song," and I'm like, and I'm out.
And I'm out.
I am out.
Yes, but there's 3 plays coming up, so they'll need, so all those audition notices will be on the website too. And being a member is a great way to find out those things, because who wants to keep checking the website all the time? But if you're a member, you'll get the emails that'll say, hey, auditions are coming up.
Gotcha.
So if anyone out there is an actor, there's 3 plays coming up. So.
Oh my goodness, there's always something going on over there.
So busy. Well, it's going to be a busy few weeks, starting this Saturday night with the Addams Family opening and the Young Company. Don't forget, the Star Company has their big talent show coming up on Thursday, June 27th. That's a one-night only show, so don't be a Sarah. Get your tickets now at Roxy.
Don't be a last-minute person like me.
.ca. Lacey, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. We've got Renee coming up next from the Owen Sound Animal Shelter.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to RogersTV.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at RogersTV.com.
These days at your local Legion, we're marching to the beat of a different drum. On a mission to support veterans, to have fun, and to welcome everyone to our ranks. You don't have to be a veteran to join the Legion. And as a member, you'll join thousands of others serving our veterans, our communities, and our country. Oh yeah, and our Member Perks program will save you thousands on shopping, dining, products, and services across the country. Join us at legion.ca.
I'm Mayor Ian Boddy. If you want to understand the decisions being made about your community, please join us on Rogers TV Cable 53 on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. or online at rogerstv.com to watch the Owen Sound City Council. You can also read our agendas and reports or watch replays of meetings at owensound.ca. We hope you'll stay informed and we hope you'll tune in. Thanks.
Hi, I'm David Sherman, host of Politically Speaking. Join me for my next show, where my guest will be Ian Boddy, Mayor of Owen Sound. Politically Speaking on Rogers TV.
welcome back to Great County Life. Joining us now from the Owen Sun Animal Shelter, it is Renee with a puppy.
Tis the year of the puppy.
Yes.
It? I feel like it's like, oh, is it a puppy? It's a puppy again. It's a puppy again. It's been that year.
There's no complaints from us because we love puppies.
You love puppies. We love them a little less, but they're cute. So Renee, hi. You want to come a little closer? There you go. So this little lady, yeah, that's you, is here representing her 2 siblings at the shelter as well. They came in as a litter of 7, and we're down to 3. One of those is a male, and she and her sister are female. These are purebred border collies. They in fact came from top bloodlines. I mean, I don't know if that inspires you more or not. They are breeder produced. She had a litter of 12, sold some, and the remaining puppies were surrendered to the shelter. Her words were, I am buying 4 bags of dog food every 2 days. I can't do it. I will have my dog spayed, which is good news, but it is a reminder of the times. If you have a dog at home that is not fixed, please do not breed them. Breeders are not selling. Shelters are full.
Yeah.
We are in a puppy crisis, and I don't mean that negatively because we do like you.
Yes.
But
There's just more puppies than homes.
More puppies than homes. We are busting at the seams, as are all other rescues. Now let's talk some happy things. This little lady, again, purebred border collie, has been very well socialized, as you can see. She's great with all people. She has been exposed to dogs and cats and horses and all of those barn things, which is really great news because a border collie really wants to be on a farm.
Yes.
She has had 2 sets of vaccines. She's been microchipped. All of the important puppy things have been done for her, which is awesome. It is awesome. And she is incredibly smart, incredibly eager to learn, very willing to please, which is why people love the border collies. And the reason, if you're looking for one, you're probably going to call me. Yeah, because you're super, super smart. Now, when we talk about smart dogs and active dogs, which the border collies are known for, think sheep, think running, think chasing,
agility,
thinking all of those things. That's what they're meant for. This is not a dog you can put in an apartment with no exercise or stimulation and expect it to be happy or well behaved, because they need stuff to do.
They're gonna eat your couch.
They can't help it. They're gonna chase stuff. They will chase bikes and cars and other dogs and things if they're not properly trained, because I mean they don't know.
And it's fun.
It's fun. It is. It's in their blood to chase stuff. They can't help it.
They will try they will try, and what's the word I'm looking for when they herd?
Oh, herding.
They will try and herd.
They will. They herd everything. Again, not a negative thing if this is what you're looking for. This is a great dog for agility, a great dog to go for long walks and long hikes and do all of those things. They love to be outdoors. Hi, you're chewing on my finger. They love to do outdoor things with lots of people, lots of pets. They are very, very compatible with those things. Now, their prey drive is not that of a prey with intent to hurt something, which we sometimes see with other dogs. Their prey drive is just simply to put it in a corner or put it in a pile or organize, which is exactly what she wants to do. Right?
Oh my
That's exactly what you want to do. Again, a reminder that she is not yet spayed, way too young for me to do that. Please do not consider this puppy if you're not going to have her fixed. For so many reasons, but most importantly because, I mean, border collie puppies are cute, but, right? There's enough of you for now in the world.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there is.
Well, she's so cute. She looks like a little possum. Because like I love the coloring on her nose.
Yes.
Like that's what gets me. It's just the little like pink spot on her nose, and she looks like a little possum.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call her Poppy. That's her name.
Poppy.
Poppy.
Very good. Now she's yours.
I know. Well, if that's the way it works. That I name it, I keep it.
If that's how it worked, you'd have 700 animals by now.
I named them all.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. I just I need to buy a bigger house, I guess.
Yeah.
But quit all my jobs because I'm going to become just a full-time pet parent. But
you have to,
Poppy, you're very, very sweet. And as Renee said, there is a sister And then there's also a brother. So if you do prefer a male, that is an option. But it certainly hasn't taken you too long to find homes, like, because you started with 7.
Yes, we did. We're very lucky to live in a rural community. I mean, if we were in the city, it would be certainly much, much harder to match them to the right places.
Yeah.
And we do have people in the area looking for border collies. So hooray for that.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of a process, of course, in matching them with the right people, but so far so good. But we still got more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, these are perfect farm dogs.
It is also a reminder with the influx of dogs everywhere that if you have something specific you're looking for and you don't see it on our Facebook page, on our website, please don't hesitate to call us. We have waiting lists of people with dogs looking to come in. We'd rather they didn't. We'd just like to give you their phone number. Additionally, what you might be looking for that you think we may not have. I mean, you've seen it here on the show. We've had a black-mouthed cur. We've now had border collies and pomskies. We're seeing all sorts of designer breeds that we never used to see. So please don't hesitate to call us. If you have a very fussy self and you need something very specific, we can still hook you up with what you're looking for. Just might take a little time, but these days I'm not even sure it will. Great.
And of course, do you still have quite a few of the larger dogs?
We do. It is the larger dogs that are moving slowly. Please check those out as well, because those ones are the ones that are really, really sad to be with us when they come in and out. I mean, we all celebrate, but it's the other ones that are sitting that we're sad for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Well, if I can vouch for Poppy, for border collies, we had one growing up which came from the Smiths Falls SPCA as a puppy. And she was the best family dog, great with kids, protector of the family for sure, not in a violent way, but just in, watching out for us, and loved Mom so much. In fact, she was Mom's running buddy. So which does speak to the energy that they do have. If you're a runner, they love to go. So, it's just such an amazing breed, and I know that they're going to find home fast.
Well, we hope so, right? Nobody wants to be homeless when you're cute.
Oh my goodness.
And I'll send Mom a picture too, just in case I might have to take it to Ottawa.
And
for
tell
Canada
her that the name is Poppy.
The name is Poppy. It's perfect.
Or Tippy.
Or Tippy. That's
Tippy too.
Yes,
Tippy too.
Tippy too. Yes, because of the tip on the tail, which Poppy does have a little white tip on the tail. Yeah.
You like it. She likes it. She's sold. Poppy
She's sold.
We got 2 names now.
Oh my goodness. Well, if you're interested in meeting Poppy, if she's still available after today, or her sister or brother, you could call the shelter at 519-372-1123. Also a good idea to follow them on Facebook, as they do put up pictures pretty much daily of the different animals that they have in their care that are waiting to be adopted, and it's always a great thing to adopt and give a home to a loving animal. So thank you so much, Renee, for coming in, and thanks for joining us on Grey County Life.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
With clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada, squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play, and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy. Or you could use the Arrive Alive smartphone app to help you choose your ride.